Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is Saturday, the 12th of July, and the moon is in Aquarius. Aquarius is an air moon, and so when the moon is in air, we tend to think our feelings more than actually feel them. Of course, we're feeling a lot because the sun is in Cancer. But the sun, when it's in Cancer, is influenced by the sign the moon is in. And so we have some perspective. We have a capacity with the moon in Aquarius to hold things at an arm's length and to just really take a look at where we stand. Sort of a bit of a bird's eye view, but we also have the humanitarian nature of Aquarius, and so it's not a cold view of where we're at. It's a view tinged or influenced by an understanding that humanity is actually a collective. Humanity is a collective. Now, we do have Saturn slowing down to a stop. It's pretty much standing still at this point. It's going to be going retrograde either late tonight or tomorrow, early tomorrow, depending on where you are. Excuse me. Saturn is the structure of our consciousness. It has been in Aries, moved into Aries a few months ago, and has been literally soldiering through Aries. Saturn in Aries can be an increase in authoritarianism via attack, right? We see that with the ice agents. Now, it's going to be going retrograde and then going back into Pisces eventually. It goes back into Pisces, I believe. I don't know if it's September or November. I should know that. But either way, end of the summer or beginning of the fall, we'll say. Today we have the moon make an opposition, the moon in Aquarius making an opposition to Mercury. And I believe it made its conjunction to, let's see. Hold on one second. I have my thing right in front of me here. Yes, an opposition to Mercury. It's the last aspect it makes before the moon goes void of course. We're having these very long void of course moons because of a lot of planets are in the early degrees. And so once the moon goes through the early degrees of a sign, it doesn't have another planet to make an aspect to. And so we have that sort of void of course energy, which can feel a little detached. And again, void of course is generally not a good time to start things. So there are these small windows that we have available to us right now to sort of get the job done and then sort of sit back in a way. Now, this coming week, not only is Saturn retrograde, but we're actually going to have Mercury go retrograde. Mercury is in Leo, the sign of creative self-expression. Whenever planets go retrograde, it's time to look within for the answers, and also to review how far that planet has moved forward. In the case of Saturn, we get to see how we've been sort of moving forward, perhaps in a militaristic way, and whether that is something we need to continue, something we need to change. I have my opinions, but of course, those are just my opinions, and I have the control over my life, and little else. And even then, it's a little bit of a crapshoot at times. So individually, we're trying to decide how we want to move forward. We're evaluating that. Perhaps eventually, as the week progresses, how we might want to say something. But there is this feeling of maybe some breaks, that things are hitting the brakes. Things that were moving forward at the speed of light are now suddenly starting to back up and or at least slow down. I have to say I don't mind the slowdown because it's been so fast and so furious, literally very difficult to even keep up with. So we will have a time of really figuring out for ourselves how do we want to structure the rules. Saturn. It's going to be an interesting week, an interesting month, an interesting life. Yes, we are living in interesting times. So this hydrangea is starting to bloom. That's so lovely. Lovely. The garden is pretty cool because it does, as we get these flushes of flowers, and then you're like, oh no, where'd the irises go? And then you're like, oh no, where did the daylilies go? And then all of a sudden something else pops up. And you're like, oh, there's a sunflower. There's another hydrangea. And then look at the blue on these hydrangeas. I just can't get over it. It's funny. The other day, Michael and I were passing a house that had these blue hydrangeas in it, in front of it. And I'm like, wow, look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? I didn't think ours would turn this blue. Every year it's a little different. They change colors. I guess it depends on what's in the soil, how much rain we're getting, all kinds of things. I'm sure there's a science behind it. We sort of leave it to nature to expose herself in the way that she chooses to expose herself. But this is a hibiscus right here. This is coming up. That one is like a maroon. And then we have the other hibiscus, which is the color of, call it Barbie. It's like Barbie pink. I guess magenta maybe. So that's the story, Morning Glories. The hostas also popped open the other day, and the bees love it, and the hummingbirds love this too. They love those tubular flowers. I guess that's what their beaks are made for, right? So that's what's happening, guys. So it's happening in the world, happening in the stars, and happening in the garden. Tonight on Ona's channel, Ona's Tarot, ONA''S, Mystic Sisters Live. Join us. I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about. A few WTF questions, perhaps, and some laughing, and probably a little bit of crying. Crying, laughing. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you tonight if you want to join us. It does get recorded, so you can always, if you can't make it live with us, you can always check out the recording on Ona's channel. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day. Be careful out there. Much love to you all. We are going to do this. We are going to do this. We cannot forget the power that we have within each and every one of us. It is our God-given power of co-creation. Let's create well. Take care, everyone.